Merry Christmas, fellow Fanatics! Welcome back, everyone. I'm Fanatic, and this video should be going up on Christmas Eve. As such, I'm not doing a review this week, but I would like to thank everyone for helping me hit 250 subscribers. You may recall that last year when I hit 100 subscribers, I did my first giveaway. And as this is my second major milestone for my channel, I will be doing another starting today. More on that at the end of the video though. For the moment, I'd like to give special thanks to our friendly local game store, Zia Comics. I often join their weekly game nights, and of course, they have a great selection of games to purchase there. But I'd especially like to thank them for their very generous gift of over 24 Transformers TCG card packs. While I unwrap these, with help from my sister Melise and my nephew Caden, I'll be recounting my general experience with trading card games as a whole. Be sure to stay tuned in after that for the announcement of the giveaway. My first experience with TCGs was the Pokemon trading card game. I had watched a bit of the anime and started collecting the cards once we got to Hawaii. Unfortunately, collecting the cards was about all I could really do with it. Although there were plenty of other kids that collected the cards at the time, no one I knew actually played. Which I suppose is just as well, because being in Hawaii, there were a lot of Japanese packs there and none of us could read those anyways. I also ended up getting a starter deck for Decipher's Star Wars CCG, but again, never actually got to use that. The first trading card game that I would actually attempt to play would be Yu-Gi-Oh! I first got into the game during my last year of middle school, and would play the game casually with a number of my friends through high school. Naturally, I never had enough cards to play competitively, but I still enjoyed it to a degree. What really caught my attention though were video games based off both of those card games. I eventually traded for a copy of the Pokemon TCG on Game Boy Color, and with over 200 cards in-game, there was a lot you could do in there. You could easily collect every card in the game and even get enough to make competitive decks. Of course, competitive options were rather limited with the original 4 packs, but everyone who had the cart had a level playing field. Similarly, I also borrowed one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship games for the Game Boy Advance, and there was a lot more variety to be had in there. Once I finished high school, I had a lot less opportunities to play games with friends. Although I'm now part of a regular game group, that wouldn't be true for quite some time. I did get into HeroScape, which is absolutely not a TCG, but it did introduce me to the fact that not all tabletop expansions have to be randomized. Fast forward a few more years and I got a few sets of Android Netrunner. Although I never heavily got into it, it immediately killed the concept of TCGs for me. Seeing an LCG where you always knew what you were buying made it a lot easier to get into the game. You could pick and choose the cards you wanted, or even reasonably obtain a complete collection, something that's pretty much impossible with TCGs unless you're spending literally thousands of dollars every time a booster pack comes out. From there, it would be a while before I got back into dueling style games. However, I did get into Sentinels and Multiverse and obtained a complete collection of that. Over the years, I did try to get into a few virtual card games, and I did enjoy them to a degree. Heroes of Might and Magic, Hearthstone, Magic Arena, but especially Duelist was the one that interested me most. Designed by Eric Lang, it was clearly inspired by Hearthstone. However, the game also utilized a tactical grid-based map which made it stand out from the pack. And it certainly didn't hurt that it had excellently detailed sprite work. However, the game is now shut down and there's unfortunately no way to experience it. A few years back, I did get heavily into the Star Wars LCG. Although I was never able to make it to any tournaments, I did manage to get a complete collection. Also designed by Eric Lang, it really does a lot to fix what I see as problems with the dueling card game genre brought on by the trading card game model. And even though I have become disillusioned with said model, I can still appreciate a good game that comes out with it. If you go back and watch my review on Zoo Tiles Hime, I did rather enjoy the game, despite it using the trading card model. Or I suppose it would be a trading tile game in this case. Likewise, I am eager to try the Transformers TCG. I did attempt to play it once thus far, but I made a rather grievous rules error which completely killed the game. Still, I will say that I'm glad that not all the major characters are hidden behind rares. As you can see, I managed to get a copy of Megatron in here, and he was only a common. That being said, the concept of the combiners I think would work much better with an LCG. The fact that you have to collect a very specific set of robots just to make a combiner makes it rather difficult to get into unless you're buying entire booster boxes. Still, I have more than enough to play casually, and I'm excited to try out the game nonetheless. Are you seriously going to... my channel is nearing the 2-year mark. It's been an amazing journey thus far, and when I first started, I wouldn't have dreamed it would have come so far so fast. My sincerest thanks to everyone that's helped make that happen. Every viewer, every subscriber, every developer that's trusted me with a review copy of their game, everyone that's helped me play games in preparation for review. And of course, thanks most of all to my family and to God for making all of this possible. But as promised, I would like to give something back to the community here. As you may recall, back in January I did an unboxing of CrossCode Collector's Edition. Included in the Collector's Edition is a key to activate the game on GOG. However, I already had the game on Steam, so I never actually activated it. If you saw how much I gushed about the game back in February, you know it's one of my favorite games of all time. Now I'd like to give the opportunity for one lucky viewer to experience it for themselves. Keep in mind this only includes the base game, it does not include the new home DLC nor either of the costumes, and it is just for a digital key. You are not getting my collector's edition, sorry. If you're hoping to win it, then be sure to check out the link along with the full rules down below. I do hope that whomever ends up winning it enjoys it as much as I did. And finally, I would like to make note that I have opened up a Patreon account. I've actually had it for a while, it's even been linked in the description, but I didn't want to formally announce it until I reached 250 subscribers. If you like the work that I'm doing, then please consider supporting me and funding the future of this channel. As always, if there's any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, please leave them in the comments down below. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. Until next time, here's wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I've worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.